white and blue. Yeah. I don't even know. It's taking too long to fucking pull up. I'm streaming, Brandon. You like the name? Eli. Oh, well, yeah, I used to name them last year a lot, and then in the hit stick I just had it at the Eli one, and then I hadn't changed it at all this year until now. Some carne asada fries sound so fucking fire right now.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. And the punter Rigoberto Sanchez
I guess.
ready to go, and we are underway.
I was changing them and it wouldn't show me what it was changing it to, and I just fucking stuck with one. It'd be like that sometimes. It's gray. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell when you're not close up, but it's gray.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And hang on here because the running back, Chris Carson, yet to get up after
No, I want to see it, because if it's like a long injury... Did you? Fuck,
now a second down
going.
and 6. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They go play action with Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Yeah, it said ankle. I'm just subbing my back up here for now. Oh! Throw the ball! No, dude, circle was wide open. I accidentally pump faked it.
Quiddy Pay brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack.
Yeah, you just need one more. Dude, I told you, he gets breakouts? He got a fucking first week breakout?
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the
Oh,
sack.
that's fine. I didn't get one of those. That's bullshit.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, that's complete to Dissly, the
Good
tight
tackle.
end.
I thought he was about to get a
That
fucking...
throw good for only a
stiff
couple
one.
and brings up third down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
What a
The catch is made
catch!
here by Tyler Lockett.
I still
And
not
he's
in
going to be
field goal
stopped here
range,
at the
unfortunately.
43,
I don't
and
think.
that is not near enough to pick up the first. It'll be a
What a
gain of 12
catch,
and it
though.
will also
That was a
lead to
hell of a
4th
play.
down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep for the Colts, Nyheim Hines. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And the fair catch is taken.
Dude,
at about the
he
13-yard line.
got that.
Special teams
Brandon, you
mistake
gotta
there,
see.
no
I've
doubt.
never
Just
seen something like
26
that.
yards officially on the
He
punt.
stole,
And
he
the Colts are gonna
snatched
take
that from
over,
him.
albeit deep in their own
That was
territory.
hilarious. He
From
straight
the
up
13
snatched
now,
that
they
shit.
work on 1st and 10.
He snatched that shit.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Kaepernick now to throw.
Who's this corner that just got burned? Who is that?
And he'll have this
Who the
past
fuck is
30
that?
prior to going out of bounds. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got him. He just snuck out there, and he's got a nice first down there.
Sheesh, I got 2 thumpers.
Space, right? And they were able to do that there.
Fucking
Nice
Jamal
pickup
and
on first
Bobby
down.
Wagner. Sheesh.
2nd and 6.
That's gonna be some fun hit sticks this year.
Throwing now is Kaepernick. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he got blown up.
That should be a
Losing
fumble.
yardage on the play back at the 44.
Not Bobby Wagner on Nyheim
That's
Hines.
a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Here's Kaepernick.
Dude, who is 21? Come on, Trey Flowers.
The Seahawks 37. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down.
You gotta be there faster, Trey Flowers, you fuck. Yeah, corners are something that's gonna be tough on this team. Secondary in general.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Bobby Wagner, the All-Pro, in on the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Yeah, if he would have got outside.
3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
My run defense is going to be really good on this team. Like, I can come out and dime or nickel
They did a
anytime I
really
want,
nice
and I'll
job
be fine.
staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now Kaepernick. Caught left side by Hilton. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. We're scoreless after 1. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the counter, it's Taylor. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, held to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
To throw, Kaepernick. Rolling to his right.
Thank you, Colin. Thank you, Kaepernick. Thank you, Kaepernick.
Michael Pittman that time. And it's 3rd down.
You
That was
bum.
an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage.
Yeah, if you had a good
But what
quarterback,
often
that would
happens
have been
now with
helpful.
these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And that
Oh,
is
pick that.
incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
He's 25. Yeah.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today.
Yeah, it would take them
The Colts
forever to
kicking team
get
is out there
upgraded.
now, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 20.
Dude, I never got breakout games with my receivers in the other league. No matter how. I mean, dude, I'd never get it with the guy I wanted to get it with. Like, every time I got a receiver breakout, it'd be with a guy I didn't even want to get it with.
Initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Here's Carson. And he'll go down
Right up the gut, baby.
This time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will finally break.
Because this game fucking sucks. I hate this fucking game.
Inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
Yeah, I know, but it's a fucking swat right into your fucking D tackle's hand. Who cares?
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Taylor. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
I shouldn't have
Looking
agreed
at
to
this
this
now, you
thing.
got a couple
I'm
more
already
cracks here.
over
This
mad
is close, sneaking.
after one
They keep
fucking
him
play.
going to a
Like
halt.
2K
Just
can piss me
line
off
up,
all at
snap
once,
it,
but
and
shit
fall
like that
in behind
doesn't.
those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Taylor again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Again, Wilson will keep it. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Javon Hargrave drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up fourth down. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this returnable for Hines. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right? Trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
In your face. Monday. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Going jet sweep. Here's Campbell. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Now they'll throw with Kaepernick.
He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Check Mike 54.
To throw is Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Here we go. Mike 56.
To throw, it's Kaepernick. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Throwing is Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Myers' kick is good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Mike 54. I know he ain't got it.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Mike,
A final shot before half for Kaepernick. This is caught by Hilton. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
He'll check this down to Hines. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Kaepernick looking to throw, 3rd and 2. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 37 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled.
Fighting through, and he's got space. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett, 78 yards. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. He's got Jack Doyle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more.
Cody Barton there to bring him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the gun on third down, Kaepernick. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Throwing again on second down. Wilson, and it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
Carson. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, I have to think that the wheels are really spinning in their play caller's mind now. That little setback there on first down. They'll have 3 more shots if that's what it takes, because they've got to take field goals out of their thought process. They need a touchdown and a conversion to tie this game. What play calls does he have on that sheet?
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. They'll try to run with Carson, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Now Myers for the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And some play callers, when they go into games, they don't mind calling a lot of screens, and they don't care what down. They were maybe 1 block away from really having something there to start this drive. Good job defensively to cut through the blockers and make the tackle on the screen, or that could have gone for maybe 15 or 20 yards.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to have a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing his Kaepernick on third down. And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 7 yards, the pickup there.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Now it's Carson. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
There he goes inside the 30. And some room to roam now.
Another day, another dollar, baby.
All the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Dwayne Eskridge. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And they will take a 7-point lead now. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Kaepernick. Sliding out of the pocket. Room to run inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
56. Max 56. Focus, defense, focus. Check. 56.
To throw, Kaepernick. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 67 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Some good games going on in the early window.
This might be the best of the bunch. They run it with Carson. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 2nd and 1, Wilson flush to his right. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Double dog, that's the way. Mike 18.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Tackle made by Grover Stewart. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. And the tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. This is Carson, and he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Wilson will hand to Carson on the option, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Carson, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take...
Did he go silent?
And they will take a 7-point lead.
I just took a 7-point lead with 1 minute
Kick
left.
unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
No.
To throw is Kaepernick. He's going to let it
He's
fly.
still big.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And this one will be returned to right around the
You'll love to
38-yard
see it.
line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Chris Carson with the big 127 yards, 2 tutties today.
126 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Right back to him on first down. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
I was watching YouTube
It went
videos.
right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one maybe was a little
Why?
tired. I don't know.
Yeah,
You let
maybe
me
should
come
have
back?
tapped out and had a second back
You
come
made a
in
big
and maybe
mistake.
make that run. Who knows?
I know you did, and I was happy about it because I knew as soon as you did that I was going to win.
So the victory
That's
here
why I
for
did it,
Seattle.
because you let me come back.
Good to see you again.
You
Been
should
too
you should have
long.
killed
Yeah,
me.
it's good to have
You
football
should have
back,
killed
isn't
me
it?
when you had the chance.
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know. it's
I was not
preseason.
gonna
This is
quit.
week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
No, I was
Real
not.
football.
Not preseason football.
Yeah.
Where we
Not when it just starts.
who's going to play and maybe the starters don't play as much.
No, I wouldn't. I did not even consider it. That's why I unplugged. That's why I unplugged my mic, is
Tuned you out
because,
in preseason. And now I'm listening to you.
and it was a bullshit play.
So for the Seahawks, it was a hard-fought game. And
I did not say I don't want to play this game. I said I hate this game.
And they will head
And
home
I started
next
watching
week to
YouTube
take
videos,
on
and
the
I
Tennessee
didn't
Titans.
care about the game.
Meanwhile,
And that's when I play better, is when I'm not sitting here just focused on the game.
And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at
Yeah,
home
you took your foot off the
against
gas,
the
and I
Los
didn't play
Angeles
better.
Rams.
I didn't throw a single slant. All I did,
Charles Davis, I'm
yeah,
playing
running the
one.
ball.
Thanks for
And
watching,
actually,
everybody.
it
We'll
was
see you
not
next
the
time.
my one touchdown was an out route. My throwing touchdown to Tyler Lockett. My deep ball, oh, it was a slant. Oh, I beat your ass. I just beat the shit out of you. What are you talking about? He wasn't that bad. You just made a couple bad throws. I think I have Russell Wilson, and that's it. And he's an X factor, but Aaron Jones, Aaron Rodgers, David Bakhtiari. No, I did not have fun in my last match, so quit asking. Oh yeah, Elgington Jenkins. Did you put your trade on him? Oh, Rashawn Gary. Oh, I'm back on 2K.